Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is SubZeroExtabyte and I am coming at you today with a very special video. Now before we start anything, I want to warn you to please not try anything that you will be seeing at home. Everything that I am about to do is a result from me being a total dumb butt about everything that is going on. So if you do not want to end up like me in this video, then please do not try this at home. Now we shall move on to what is actually happening in today's video. Well, as you may remember, we had some encounters with Noob throughout the past couple of weeks and I was testing and fooling around with some ways to make all of that stop. Now I came across one of the best things ever, which is a cave with infinite items. So I am going to go back there and find it again right now so that I can get infinite items. Now I just want you to know that I do not mind going out and get the items myself, but right now I feel like I could use a break, and that would really help when I have infinite items. As you can see, we are starting with a little hike so that we can find our spot here. So I am just going to be hoping that this simple approach to my wishes actually works. Otherwise, like I just said, I am going to be real cool man. Okay, maybe not a cool man because it is not like the items are that cool, but I am just going to be making sure that once I get this done that I am going to go right back to bed for like a week. This is going to be hard, but it is just something that I will have to cope with until everything right here has all been sorted out. And I can tell you that when the day comes, I am going to be celebrating so hard that it actually is pretty insane to myself. I mean, I am going to be excited like crazy once I am all done with this thing, because I just think that after all this time that I just deserve a little break from everything right now. I mean, we have been through a lot the last couple of months, but even though stuff might be rough, I will always have you guys, and they will help me keep grinding, and I will not stop. Now also I am bringing you guys something a little different than usual. We are going to be testing a whole lot of the items today, so sit down and enjoy this because I am not sure what to expect. And usually when I know what to expect, things usually tend to still go wrong. So pretty much when I have no idea what to expect, then all will break loose and I will probably end up doing some random things all video long because everything that I had planned just went to poop. But that might just be me and you guys may not have noticed any of that yet, and I just ruined all of my videos for you guys, but let's just hope that you did know that, and this is not something new for you guys. So what we are going to be looking at today are just a variant amount of new mobs that I just used in this thing that I am holding right now. This is just one big test day and it is not that deep. Sorry that it is not that deep, but you know, some things just come and go, man. Oh wait, I said that I was not going to be going deep, so this will be like Jurassic Park. I actually have no idea what half of these items actually do, so maybe I am not really the right person to teach you guys how to actually do this. But then again, that is not really the motive here. I feel like this is a good way to show you guys some new stuff in case that you want to use it yourselves. And that is a good thing, right? I mean, there is nothing better than some random guy that is telling you what to do. I am kidding, that was me being really sarcastic. I mean, I do not really care about what is going on here, but I am just saying that I am getting to the bottom of this. And by bottom I mean top, since I am going on top of the world right now. But after that I will have to get down to the bottom of the world, so that will be the moment that I will be getting to the bottom of all of this. And of course by that I mean not just the bottom of the island, but also the bottom of whatever is going on here, because I just cannot take any of this right now. It is just really freaking me out, and I do not like it when I am freaked out, because I turn into a little bit of a drama queen, but that might just be me. Leave me a comment down below if you think that I am overreacting to all of this, and of course if you actually think that I am a drama queen of some sort. This is just too weird for me, man. I mean, I am a pretty weird guy, but that has nothing to do with all of this. I mean, I probably could get used to it someday, but I am not sure if that day will ever come, just because I do not handle change all that well. So I am pretty sure that this is going to be bothering me until the day that I end up getting some mob power in this world. And I cannot wait for that day to happen, because I am already sick and tired of all of these things that I am trying without a reason. I mean, I guess that I am just not made for these things, because I am doing more damage to this world than I am doing any good. So maybe I should just stay away. It is just not the way Minecraft is supposed to be played and stuff, etc. But what do we have here? Oh, never mind, maybe I can just make sure that I do not ruin this whole world right now. But maybe we can add something to all of this in order for us to not break this world into pieces. This looks so weird, but I think that we can manage all of this. Man, it is so weird in here. I could probably just be walking into a paradise of items right now and not even notice it for one bit. I am kidding. But let's add some stuff here. Oh my god, this is insane, man. How about this? We can actually start playing Thor or something right here. Maybe we can add something here. I mean, more fire will do the trick, right? Why is all of this happening, you guys? I mean, I have been a good boy throughout the last week, right? I mean, I have helped others. I have done nothing wrong, at least that I know of. Or at least what I would consider to be wrong. But maybe this is just something that we will have to push through right now. And I feel I can actually make sure that we can do this without the help of anyone else. I am just going to be exploring for a bit, and while I do that, I will tell you guys a quick story about my love for the block nature of Minecraft. I am kidding, you have heard that tons of times already. So let's get a move on, you guys, and follow me to the other side of this landfill right here. So like I told you guys a second ago, I am going to be a changed man from this point forward. And you might want to ask why. Well, let me tell you guys why I am going to change my ways with the noobs and hackers. Because I have been asking myself what I could do to get rid of this noob problem. And of course the growing hacker problem. And no trip, we are not hacking, we found this in a cave. But who actually is better? No one really knows now, do they? I mean, you can of course guess, but that never got anyone far. So today I will be putting this to the test, so I am following my thoughts here. Now of course, like I said, we're going to do some research and it is going to be amazing. Of course there are a lot of things and we should have been doing right now. We're not doing that, we're living our own life right now. Our lives to just go ahead and do some searching. So I'm going to take you on this journey. Was going to really awesome, and we're never going to stop believing. I mean literally cannot stop believing. Are based on stop believing from journey, that's some as a joke. Now let's go ahead and do this with the TNT. It is something that makes you think, does it not? But well, we are not here to think now, are we? We are here because we want to see things getting blown up. And you know, you are not wrong for coming here for just that, because that is basically the only reason why I am here. But then again, you can guess that we are also just here to fool around and not talk about serious topics for a while. So please excuse me if I go too far on some subject, but sometimes it is rather hard for me not to talk about things that I know a lot about. So like I said, please just excuse me for that. Now this thing did not really care about my computer apparently, because I am going to be lagging so hard right now. It is actually pretty insane to me right now, man. I am looking for something that will take out these noobs without dealing too much damage to the surrounding neighborhood, but this did not even leave my PC safe. So I will just have to keep testing and see whatever I can come up with to make something like this. And then of course I will have to go out of my way to make something, some type of device that will trigger the explosive once said noobs will enter my world through a portal. And I can probably spawn that with the infinite items, or I should just make something that will destroy the portal immediately once it has been formed. That might just be the perfect crime. I mean, it is not like it is actually a crime, since I am just trying to defend my home against strangers who are trying to break and enter into my lovely and perfect Minecraft world. Now watch out and cover your ears for this next one, because this one will rock your freaking socks off. But first, the freaking aftermath here is just insane to me, man. I mean, what in the world is this even right now? This is just complete damnation, and oh my god, that actually was not that bad. But look at this. This is something straight out of a science fiction movie. This just completely ruined the entire ground underneath it, because this is going to blow up very soon, boys and girls. Now we of course have got a lot of TNT, but I am going to try them all, and we are starting with this big old TNT, and let's see how this thing performs. And boom goes the dynamite. And what in the world are those other things? Jesus H Christ, what was that? Let's check it out, shall we? Oh good freaking lord, what in the world was that? That was one big explosion, people. Now this will not surprise you, but most damage inside of a game is not permanent, at least right here in Minecraft. So when you are doing this in Minecraft, still use care, but you can pretty much do whatever you like if you think that this is okay, but still use caution when handling these things, even when in Minecraft, because things could be worse, but they also could be a lot better. So please just use caution for me. Now I am just making sure that I have got enough stone to cover the lava so that I do not fall in all of a sudden, because that would be a really bad thing. And I am pretty sure that a burn sub is not as good as a real sub. And yes, that was just low-key a Subway joke, and I am not proud of it. it. But I have not done these puns in a while, so I think that it might be good to bring them back just a little bit. Alright, so guys, please forgive me right now for what I am doing with this thing here, because I literally have no idea what I am doing right now. This is just some on the fly thinking right here, because I literally have no idea how to use all of these eggs. So if you have any sort of tips and tricks for me, well, it will always be welcome, of course. But right now I do not really have enough time to go look for some tutorials, because I will really need to make sure that no one finds me on this island. I mean, no one will find me, right? I told him to just go away a couple of minutes ago, so I hope that he respects that instead of following me or coming back with like a group of guys or something, because I usually get intimidated pretty quick and I am like a turtle. I will need a shell so that I can hide in there, and right now I do not have a shell, so this is basically my shell right now. I will have to make sure that I can get through this, otherwise I will not have my shell for whenever more people show up, and then, well, that means that it is time to panic for me. It was like when you make a move in chess and just as you take your finger off the piece, you see the mistake you've made. And there's this panic because you don't know yet the scale of disaster you've left yourself open to. This literally describes what I am doing right now. That was a quote, by the way, from an author called Kazuo Ishiguro. I probably butchered the pronunciation on that name, but that does not matter right now. What matters is that this is a chess game and I am running out of plays to make. And I really do not want this one to end in a loss or a stalemate, because I will not be able to handle any one of those. I will be needing a decisive victory right here so that I can finally get some rest. Because, well, you might have noticed because of the way that I am acting right now, but I have not slept since the day that my house got blown up. I mean, the time that Harambe was sleeping in my bed. Well, that does not make it any easier to close your eyes. Not that this will happen when you have this many items around you, but it is the thought that counts, I guess. To be honest, building this half-acre right now also makes me feel at home for some reason, and because I always used to make these things a couple of years back when I was just playing on my own instead of with you guys, but you know, that might actually just be me rambling, to be honest. Who knows, actually. I just know that it feels good to be making this thing right now. But of course I am going to keep feeling this feeling of being home and this feeling of nostalgia. So I thought that today I am going to be pursuing that feeling of nostalgia. And I mean, I really love the feeling of nostalgia just because it makes me feel at home. And it gives me a little throwback to my childhood and stuff. So I am just going to go ahead and do whatever it takes to get that nostalgic feeling back into my veins. And that is really something that I long for right now. Even though all of this has nothing to do with the island or the mobs, I just feel like sometimes it is just good to talk about things like this. Because you could just build this mob island right here, and it would not feel like home. That would be a bad thing. But I know that I just baited you guys with that story. But I will continue on. So it pretty much all started out when I was a lot younger than I am right now. It sounded pretty correct, but I was starting to get into high school and all of that stuff. And basically what happened was that I had this friend of mine who was a couple of years older than me. Wait a second, maybe I can get even more infinite items. Oh my god, what do you guys think about all of this? I do not like the circles at all right now, and I cannot be the only one who feels this way, right? But okay, I am getting sidetracked from my little storytime rant. So what I was trying to say, so I had this friend who was a couple of years older than me, and he showed me this game that I had to be playing when I was becoming a freshman. So I was like, yeah, sure, install the game, bro. And he did, and he kind of showed me the ropes of it all, and I just fell in love with it. And this was like way back in the start of Minecraft, so it must have been around the beta or something, I think. But I digress from the video. I am just thinking out loud right now, so just bear with me so that we can actually get done with some stuff right here. Because otherwise we are still going to be getting on this thing for the better part of a year or something like that. But to be honest, that is just an educated guess on my end of the spectrum. But let's continue with what I was saying a minute ago. And I was talking about getting a lot of infinite items, and that is cool, because this is something that I think is really awesome, because the free items are by far my favorite out of all of the things that you have got around here today, which is not that good now that I start thinking about it, because now I might not want to leave, and that would really be a bad thing for me, because I have got more stuff to do than roam around and play with these new items all day. Although I would love to myself, but you know, time is money or something like that, so I cannot afford it to hang around here all the time. but I will of course try because that is what I do. Now I hope that you all enjoyed this, and as always I want to thank you for clicking on the video, and while you are at it, maybe you could like the video and subscribe if you have enjoyed this. Now I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye guys.